my other glove on. Now, was there another glitch ahead? There it is. Okay. What is that? Brown stuff on the floor. Oh, good. Using my teeth to get my glove on. Now we're ready. It's warmer. I got my heavy jacket out, but might even get into the 40s later, but there might be rain, so I don't know. Could all even out. This place is Cognac Brasserie. Oh, they're gonna open a Bondi here? I don't know if Bondi was doing that well. They're okay. Okay. Stay on target. Stay on target. Right. Okay, hello. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It's not really Wednesday for me, though. I do work this weekend. Who knows how that's going to be. Won't know until Saturday hits. Permanent jewelry. What is that, tattoos? Or something else? What else could be permanent jewelry? Even piercings aren't really permanent. I guess nothing's really permanent these days. Some things are. Well, no, nothing is. Everything will eventually end. Although I guess there's different theories now in the universe and its progressions. But something we'll probably never hear the answers to. Potentially anyone's lifetime. Okay, well, that's a good start to the Wednesday. Let me catch up. Let me focus on catching up, not on the unimaginables of life. Okay. Beauty of Creative, good morning. Ambrose Chamberpot, good morning. Hobson Lopez, hello. Leon, good morning. Mark Wathen, good morning. Con Burness, good morning. Jean-Jacques, good morning. Spy Hunter, good morning. Accepted topics to the park. All right, this light's changed for the cars. We can. Florian Schwartz, good morning. Luke Skywalker, good morning. Accepted topics. Double, good morning. Well, the first one was a park quote. Oh, we're walking. It's interesting because he looked right at me and then he still walked in front of me. Anyway. Jason Fremont wants holiday music. Alright, I'll put one out. It's going to be about the crowds of New York. Luke Skywalker on Twitch, hello. Good to see you too. Jerome Land in Queens, greetings. And Luke Skywalker also on Kick. Did I rest well last night? I think I did. I don't know. This is a lot of rock. Yeah, I don't remember waking up in the middle of the night, so that's good. Uninterrupted sleep is like the best. If you can close your eyes and not open them again for 8 hours, that's the tops. I don't know, last time I had that, like 8 hours. Just close your eyes at 10, open them at 6, something like that. For me, it would be like 9 and 5, but hasn't happened. Victoria Morrison, good morning. Jacques Moore, hello, good morning. George H., good morning. Holly Pine Tree, hello. Jeffrey Wu, good morning. Ozzy Joanne, good morning. What's going on with the lights here? It's a truck over that he's turning. He didn't turn his blinker on until later, though, so doesn't count. 100 feet before. It's the rules. Adidas on the right. Adidas, depending on who you ask. I mean, I like the entrance. It's like kind of one of those sports games entrances, right? Tomoko in Yokohama, good morning. Tom, good morning. Dark Clouds, hello. Lynn and Graham, good morning. Kevin Hawthorne, good morning. Sheila, good morning. Bear on the Jardine, good morning. Uh-oh. Police activity. Call the press. Roberto Ortiz, what was I up to? Yes, there. And then Expian, hello. RJ Wertheimer, hi. Polly Marshalitis, hello. That's right, Ron. Farts Unknown. Brought to you by Metabolic Mayhem Fridays. I continue my Metabolic Mayhem into the weekend when I'm working on the weekend. There'll be some sort of a bacon, egg, sausage, cheese, croissant concoction that I'll eat both days, Saturday and Sunday, because it's important to eat for comfort. It's very healthy to comfort yourself with high caloric foods. I should have crossed the street to the left. We gotta go to the tree. We haven't seen the tree lit up on a Wednesday morning commute yet. It should be lit, even at this hour. And Saks is doing some Saks stuff too. We saw those windows before, so I guess I'll cross this street and wait to cross left. And then maybe I can catch up some more. Maybe. I can't keep doing this where it's half hour into the stream and I'm not ready. Okay, I gotta go fast. Enforcer, Frank. Oh! Shoot, the light's changing. Steve Parker, Mark Wathen, Bobby Rivera. Vinster is back. Good morning. Old Pizza Dude, good morning. Alright, maybe I'll look at the tree while I catch up, so you at least have something to look at. Yeah, there's the Saks Diamonds on the right. I call most of them noses. They look like the nose pass Pokemon to me. And then, of course, the blinding tree at Rockefeller. Okay, I'll walk slowly as I get closer to it, and I'll read. Vlogger, good morning. William D'Angelo, good morning. Artfist, good morning. From Philly to wherever, good morning. Gigi's here, good morning. Melting snow, perceptive topics, and snow forever. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna get. Probably nothing. We're always up early. That's just how it is. Ash Watts, good morning. Rose Garden Royce, good morning. Got some wedding photos here going on in front of the tree. That's right, nothing ever matters. Kelly Smith, good morning. Glad you found us early. Oh, there's a tree. Stephen Freeman, good morning. DS Wright, good morning. Justin S., good morning. This is the time to go see like if you're visiting the city and crowds aren't your favorite, but you like the holidays still, this is the time to go see the tree and a bunch of other stuff. Oh my goodness, that was a concerning maneuver. Panda Gabs is here, good morning. What time is it? Oh, about 6:30 and I'm behind. Ali Wu Ye, hello, good morning. At Bessie, yo. on Twitch. Lauren Sarr, good morning. Sue Pitchford, good morning. Oh, did some of the colors change on the? I think this could be this is my Pixel. I think I enabled like expanded dark mode, where it like really tries to make everything dark, even if the app doesn't officially do dark mode. And I think it still affects apps that do enable dark mode even more. I'm going to work, Jason C. Going to work. Justin slept for 10 hours the other night. Nice. Chris Hickman, good morning. Carol H, good morning. Amy in Arkansas, good morning. Frank thinks sleeping is overrated. I think it's underrated. I wish we didn't have to sleep. If we didn't have to sleep, that'd be great. We can do so much more stuff. Perkle looking for Spider-Man, probably in Queens. Churchill only slept a couple hours a night. Look where he is now. Well, Circle Beyond, good morning. Nomad, yo. Sandy, good morning. Have a great day as well. Thank you. Sean M324, good morning. Quinton Namath, good morning. Grilled chicken feet is called Adidas there because it looks like the logo. That's funny. Trap Stereo, good morning. Bear in the Jardine, good morning. Jardine. Shondale Yanni, good morning. Armando Paiva, good morning. Miriam Mendez, good morning. We're getting there. Brian, good morning. Maria Guagdano, good morning. Judith, good morning. Noalalis, good morning. Boris the Butcher's here. Used to walk down from 77th and Broadway to Lexington 23rd for school every day. Nice. That's a good walk. And the holiday season, yeah, when it's early in the morning, you stop by the tree, you avoid the crowds, still get some sort of holiday something or other. Maybe that's true too, Quentin. Maybe that's true too. I think more folks are able to join at the beginning of the stream, which is great. But it really, makes it hard for me to catch up. I guess it's a good problem to have. Another way to look at it. At least you get. I'll keep this view going until I catch up. That way, it's not just staring at a wall or something. And you get to see the people taking photos. It's like a time lapse, just real time. Casey Blazer, good morning. Twisted Metals here, good morning. Budgie Boy in Tasmania, good morning. Bill Henderson, good morning. No, those aren't apartments. That's 30 Rock. It's offices. Appstev, good morning. Jeff Anderson, good morning. Chris Godfrey, good morning. There's actually nothing residential really surrounding this this tree. I don't think anyone really has an apartment that can look into it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know that any apartment can actually see the tree unless it's like really high up and far away.
The other day when we were there.
Could be wrong. I'm just thinking about it. I don't know that any apartments around here that could look into it. Like none of the buildings I see, even though the ones behind this building can't even see the tree. I don't think any of those are apartments. All right. JJ Cabney, good morning. Twisted Angrid also on Twitch, good morning. Denise, good morning. DJ Rudo, good morning. I'm hoping also if I stare at this tree long enough on the video, YouTube will automatically recommend this as a thumbnail. Frank's allergic to crowds. It's not the place then. Ada Bosses, good morning. There's the time. Almost caught up. I'm not caught up. You're too kind, Ada Bosses. Good morning again. Judith's chat's not working. What do you mean? I can see it. I'm just behind. But anyway. Yeah, I'm behind her. I'm behind every day. What else is new? Nicolas Novaida, good morning. Ada Bosses, thank you for the membership. Appreciate the support from you over in India, Ada Bosses. Judith, yes, I can see you. I can see you, Judith. You're visible. You're not wearing the cloak of invisibility. Yes, but I'm behind anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm already out of the helpful picture there. Oz Ashley, good morning. Tony Robbins only gets 3 hours. I don't know. It's just I couldn't if I can do that every once in a while, but I couldn't do that every night. That's too much, and it would catch up to me quickly. Lo-fi on my mind. Good morning. Mary Cock Janet. Good morning. Fire Drake. Good morning. Are we gonna see polar blasts? I don't know. I looked at the weather up ahead. I didn't see anything too crazy, but you never know. Yeah, the weekend gets crazy. New York Rangers 94 Yanks 2000 knows right across the street at the works at the St. Patrick's Cathedral. Steve Cruz, good morning. Chat, ask me a tech question. Watch me never catch up. Big Toby with 3 consecutive streams. Appreciate that. Doomsday tonight, good morning. The Wonder Woman suits of the cleaners. Hopefully get it back soon. Lord Crusader, thanks for the follow. The tree is now a thumbnail. Well, the way it works for me also is because I don't set an official thumbnail. It updates periodically. At least that's how I think it works. There's a line here for the perfect picture lining up, but it's not a big line still. So still the right time to get photos, but the nighttime is quickly ending. And it is supposed to rain later, so I don't know how cloudy it's going to be this morning. So now that I walked away, like in about 5 minutes or so, the thumbnail should still, maybe even sooner. St. Patrick's over there. The thumbnail will change again. That's one of the reasons I don't set pre-stream thumbnail, so that it keeps updating throughout the stream. Moon is here. Good morning. Does St. Patrick's put up a tree anywhere? I know they put up some decorations around the doorways and maybe a wreath also, but I don't know if they actually do a tree. New York Rangers. Did I have any touchscreen issues following the Pixel December update? Luke Skywalker didn't, but some did. Interesting. No, I didn't. And I have a screen protector on, and I have that screen protector or higher sensitivity mode enabled. And I haven't noticed any issues yet. Hopefully I won't. I still haven't seen the Play system update for December. There was an update that randomly showed up, because sometimes I just go into the Play system update area and just check for updates anyway. And it said restart to update. I did, but it still said November on the Play system. Oh well. I don't even know what that one actually updates. Nike store on my left, Cartier on my right. I'm going to cross the street and look at it from the corner. That's one of the better views of it. So you can see both sides of the building. Well, the steam's a little bit in the way. So let me reposition myself. There it is. Still some steam, but not too bad. All right, and then the snowflake over there is visible over 57th Street. I don't know if the Louis Vuitton building is doing more of the projections on their suitcases like they were last year. Sunrise probably just after 7 or so, I don't know exactly. But it's already getting brighter. Okay, where's that car go? Oh, he's got double hazards on. I don't know what he's doing. Like, double hazards is redundant. Pipe screensaver. You know, was there an issue with CRT monitors? What was the purpose of screensavers back then? I know things like OLEDs have burn-in, but I don't remember, did CRTs have any burn-in issues? To me, if I'm going to have a screensaver, I'd rather just have the monitor go to sleep. I feel like that's the best screensaver. Also would save the most power since the screen's not on. It would be on some sort of low power standby mode. I don't know. I feel like I should know the answer to that. I think some barricades are just left over. And other barricades they use to expand the sidewalk later. When it gets super busy here in the evening, they extend the pedestrian sidewalk into the streets. Traffic becomes a nightmare around here, so if you don't have to, just like I do, if you don't have to drive around here, don't. December, January, early January, just don't do it. Oh, the trees inside behind the altar to the right of the Lady Chapel. Got it. Oh, your Rangers are working today. CRTs have burn-in. I just don't remember anymore. It's been so long ago. Did screensavers actually work? But I thought with CRT burn-ins it would eventually dissipate, wouldn't it? Or did it actually stay permanent? It's been so long. Cathode ray tube. Right? Let's cross. Light's still red for the cars. Is that a 6'7" snowflake? No, 5'7". No, 6'7". They took a while to warm up and turn on. Yeah, I guess that rings some bells in my mind. Steve Cruz with a $20 super chat. Hot chocolate fun or whatever hot beverage of your choice. Nothing like a Christmas in New York City. Thank you, Steve Cruz. Much appreciate the support. Very kind. And thank you for your generosity down always. A lot of snow in Michigan. Yeah, nobody really uses screensavers anymore. All the monitors just go to sleep. Businesses use them as another way for advertising, which is interesting. It's like another way to show some nonsense. 5 consecutives from Doomsday. Appreciate it. Apparently Grand Army Plaza South is supposed to be done this fall. I don't see it happening. It's not going to be done in the next week and a half or whatever. 2 weeks. No, less than 2 weeks. For winter to officially begin here, depending on our... winter beginning, the solstice. Okay, I'm just looking at the... Still looks similar. I don't think I'm going to be done. But we could make the next light, though. I think I'm behind again. I don't know where that signal's turned, but it's the wrong way. Probably somebody jumped up and smacked it. That's cool, Judith. Whew. Hot pipes on Windows, flying toasters on Mac. Was it Afterburn or something? Wasn't there with the suite that had all that stuff? Yeah, it's a Tesla. Let's see. Zero, is he gonna go? He's gonna go. I gotta catch up again. Great Bess, good morning. That's cool app stuff. I'm forgetting everything about CRT monitors. My last CRT monitor, when did I have it? Must have been like 2002 or 2003. I think I got the, it was like the FP 2001 from Dell. I can't remember the exact size, but it was 1600 by 1200 resolution. And that was the first one I had. I think. I can't remember if that was the right model number or not. And it was still the 4:3 aspect ratio. That was still the standard back then for computer monitors. But it quickly shifted to the widescreen one. So I think I went to another Dell 1920 by 1200 because 16 by 10 was the computer widescreen ratio then. You can still get those kinds of ratios depending on what monitor it is, but a lot of the panels end up being very manufactured by some of this, like the same companies, and then others like LG's. Well, I think Samsung has their own, but Dell sources them. Anyway. I gotta re-catch up again. I went off on tangents. Kept the tube warm. It makes sense. Makes sense. My favorite screensaver? I don't know anymore. I liked the bouncing triangles. Max died. Thanks for the follow. I think Norell was on the last stream for a bit. More thumbs, says Eunice. Yes. Yes. Unwanted Brian, thanks for the follow. We want you. Oh, I actually remember one more thing about CRTs now. When I lived in Stuytown, we were on the top floor. Sea lions are getting their exercise. I see the water is all turbulent. And I see one swimming over there, so I guess they're just doing their laps. They're doing laps. Anyway, yeah, when I was in Stuytown, we were on the top floor, and the computer was in my mom's room, right in the corner of the building. And it was her computer, and then I had my computer in my room. And I think we were playing Rise of Nations multiplayer, like on a LAN, local area network, a friend of mine and me. And then lightning struck the corner of the building right where I was sitting. And that turned the CRT monitor into rainbow. And I got headaches for like 2 days. My friend in the other room thought I popped a balloon behind his back when the lightning struck. Anyway, that's how I developed superpowers. The powers of anxiety and anyway. But that did happen. Flying Toasters was a Mac screensaver, and it was like a third-party software, Afterburner, I believe, something like that. Joshua Quellar, good morning. DS Wright with a £5 super chat. Thank you for letting me visit NYC vicariously through your streams this year. Wishing you a happy Christmas, great 2026. Thank you, DS Wright, for your support and generosity, and all the best to you and yours as well. Bobby, good morning. Cook a grilled cheese on top of a CRT. Photo Spaceman, good morning. We are in Central Park, yes. The moon is visible right now, even though we have moon in the chat. There it is. I wonder why I keep getting warnings on the camera. Let me see what it says. 1 second, you're gonna have to see my face for a moment. Oh, SD card full. Replace SD card, okay. That's fine. That doesn't affect the live stream. That was like the last RTS that I played. Rise of Nations. Chipmunk powers? What do you do? What is a chipmunk power? Tom Bach, good morning. Moon, of course. We need your reflected light. Warning, do not point this camera directly at your face. Yeah, it's the warning. And I did it. No. Sorry you had to deal with that. Mug. I don't want to wait my life to be over. New Toyota. Okay. Plasma screens. We had one of those. It was the first flat screen TV we got. And that was actually, my mom really wanted one. I can't remember where she ended up getting it from. I think it was Circuit City. Howard Kaczynski's chipmunk powers are running from tree to tree really quickly. It's not bad. They replaced a lot of the trees that had to be removed, but they didn't put a new one here. I don't know if there's a plan for that, but they're playing the long game here. You have to wait quite a while for those trees catch up to their siblings. Quentin Namath, thanks for 22 months of special support. Maybe, or made it worse just, I don't know. At Bessie, thanks for the 5 consecutives on Twitch. Urko, thank you for watching. Thanks for joining, appreciate it. Oh no, my face became the thumbnail. Call the police. Nah, no hat. It's not warm enough. I mean, cold enough. What? Has to be less than 30. Or about 30 and very windy. It was 34 apparently. Colder in Georgia than Central Park. What a day. Jagdish, good morning. And the first question Dell asked Ron in your interview was the difference between SD RAM and DD RAM. I don't think I'd be able to say the answer to that at this point. I know RAM is random access memory. I'm assuming SD and DD are like single and dual something. Wasn't there some also like really weird RAM, RD RAM, that like lasted for a little while, but was always very expensive? Thomas Stilson, good morning. I don't think they do much of the work at night. They do work during the day. You've got mail. America Online. Astro Pilot Project is in space. That'd be so cool if like an astronaut put on the stream one day from the International Space Station. Get a little down-to-earth action here. Looking back on what we just walked through. Naumburg Banschel on the left. I do wish there was like a better building at the end of this path to really complete the shot, but that's okay. Oh, synchronous dynamic RAM? Yeah. DDR's dual data rate. Yeah, that makes sense. SDRAM synchronous dynamic RAM. So what's the DRAM then? There was we're probably gonna get some service glitches under here. We usually do. Just FYI, so I won't go on any stories. DDR is double data rate? No. It's Dance Dance Revolution. If anyone remembers, there used to be a short-lived convention in New York called Digital Life, and there were many ways to get free tickets. Bethesda Fountain, by the way. Oh, there might be some freezing of the lake. Let's take a peek. Everybody. Take a look at that while we're here. Yeah, one of the questions, they had like a little trivia thing, and we were doing really well on the computer questions. So then one of them that stumped us was, what does CMOS stand for? CMOS. And to this day, now I remember, it's complementary metal oxide semiconductor. Yeah, please don't go out into the ice. Nova's here. Good morning. A T1. I remember the days when people had T1 internet. I think a lot of consumer ones are probably faster now than like T1 rates, right? Ambrose's local pond is iced over. I will not walk on this ice. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly, but Hamile Tarama in Puerto Rico, hello. Oh yeah, Kuma's leaving Japan, right? Is he coming back here, or is he making any other stops? Lolela, thanks for the follow. Yeah, and it's quite thin. I mean, let's see. I'm not gonna walk on it. I just want to take a look and see how thin. I mean, it's actually not that thin, but it's not something I'd walk on. You know, I'm punching it pretty hard, but I'm not gonna step on that anyway. It looks like it's about a half an inch or an inch thick, maybe. I don't know what the safe thickness of the ice is to actually step out onto, but I'm not testing it. We don't really talk politics here. "3 inches is safe to walk," says Ambrose. I guess it also depends on the weight of the human. The weight of the human. That's right, I punched the take that water. Oh, I'm in Tokyo, hello. 4 days of 20 degrees or colder, then you'd feel safe. Interesting. Would you take a step on the ice for a Klondike bar? No. 2 Klondike bars, maybe. RJ, have a good one. Bagels and Walk, Sean is here. I was just punching the ice. I don't know if you missed that part. Test the ice. A new pope? I don't care much for that either. Here's Bow Bridge. That has about as much meaning to me as... I don't even have a good analogy for it. There's a Dakota. Just behind the trees there. You've seen people try the ice around 59th Street? Yeah. I know it was super cold on Monday into Tuesday, and pretty much most of the day yesterday was spent below freezing. I don't know if it ever crept above, maybe. But today it's going into the 40s and might be raining later. And then I haven't really checked the rest of the week. RJ fighting Nightbot on the way out. Actually, I think putting spaces in between the letters, you might have actually found a workaround for caps lock and Nightbot. Minus 40 for Untamed. Isn't minus 40 the temperature, or minus 40 Fahrenheit and minus 40 Celsius are the same? Or something. Co-grinds, good morning. Yeah, the geese are geesing over there. 49 centimeters of ice is good for up to 12 tons. Wow. A movie set, it's kind of early, but we have seen the setup of like some on the streets and like breakfast for the crew and stuff, but not active filming. Yeah, there's many areas here that are not fully frozen over too. That's it. It's like if the whole thing is not frozen, no chance I'd even consider it. Like, yeah, maybe it'd still be okay close to wherever the shore is, but still, no. They have enough warnings all around the park, and enough of those. All the emergency ladders are like there as an extra measure because they know people won't listen. Ancient forms of RAM, exactly. Nah, we just don't talk. Politics and religion and all that stuff, it just can be a lot of friction with those topics. Hey, it looks like some sort of a heron sitting in the water right there. Bagel. And people tend to come here, and this has become kind of like a safe space for just getting away from it all. That's all. I was correct, says Doomsday and TK Porsche. Jay Bear, good morning. GPT's still busted, huh? Who knows when it'll come back. Con Edison had my bill screwed up for the apartment ever since I moved in. I finally got a Christmas miracle, a Con Edison bill that dates back to April. It's a nice gift. Thank you, Con Ed. Appreciate it. I couldn't wait till after the holidays to dump that bill on me. Feel free to take a guess at what my bill is from April through now. No discounts, by the way, for their own errors. That's right, it's not a no-nonsense zone, it's a nonsense-only zone. Robert, have a wonderful day too. Seeing this final match, I don't know, the whole last time is now tour just feels very forced. I don't really know what else to say about it. I was also hoping for like an old rivalry. I understand it's also kind of like, passing on the torch kind of a thing, but it's his last match. It should have come out with The Rock or something, I don't know. Was there interest? No. I hope not. They better not charge me more. Nope, I still didn't see any correct guesses. 1 million is a joke, I know, but all the other guesses were still low. Task Clips, thanks for the follow. Apart from the joking 1 million guess, everything else was still on the under side of things. I mean, it should have been like John Cena, Undertaker, The Rock, Stone Cold in a fatal four-way, Hell in a Cell, double steel cage, Mankind through the top of the cell, tables, chairs, ladders, no disqualification, 2-hour gauntlet, time limit, straight to the hospital match. That's what it should have been. Yep, it was just under 4,000 from April until now. Thanks, Con Ed. Big as a Walk Sean was the closest, but technically went over. We don't have to play Price is Right rules. It's very close. Con Edison bill. Are you never paying attention? Billionaires Row and all that stuff looking a little hazy in the distance. But the morning sun is changing to cloud colors a little bit. Do I own a business? No. It is quite ridiculous. I dug into the breakdown. So before we changed out the air conditioners, the summer bills were even more. So I think those really old 20-plus-year-old air conditioners really were draining efficiency-wise. So it's a good thing we changed them out. Because I saw we did it in early July, and then July, August was already a big drop in the bill. Yeah, $400 a month is a good month. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of stuff running. I have, my computer finally sleeps better. It has no wake locks. My last build had a lot of wake locks, and the power CFG / requests command wasn't really helping that much. And the funny thing is, now my computer sleeps when I don't want it to sleep. Like if I were running some sort of encode or turning an ebook into an audiobook using ebook to audiobook, it would fall asleep during the conversion. Anyway. Brian Moser, thanks for the follow. I have to check the rate. I don't know. I don't even look at that. I have no control over it. Roma Gabibov, good morning. Ghost Dog, good morning. No worries, Kelly. I'm just messing around. It's just my electricity bill. Some people still call it the light bill, huh? Interesting. It wasn't even for me. I don't really listen to that stuff, but Mrs. Commuter does. I forget what book it was anyway. Mining Bitcoin to hit the apartment. The way we split our primary bedroom to have a little office area with a pocket door, that one has no, it has a window, but it has no AC or heat. And I thought the computers in there would be enough to keep it warm, but that room's quite chilly in the morning. Tuesday morning especially, that was not bad. You know, just run a few cycles of like Cinebench or Prime 95. That'll heat up. The hydro bill, huh? I think one of the things that is somehow included in whatever we pay for is the water. Okay, we're off the side. Boop, boop, boop. Energy costs in Jay Bear's area have doubled. Energy's expensive these days, huh? $600 condo maintenance includes all utilities. Nice. There are a few places in the city still where electricity is kind of like a flat rate. They might adjust it a little bit in the summer months, but yeah. In Stuytown it was like that, where you do have to pay an extra, like, I don't know, $50 a month for every AC unit you have. But apart from that, like, you could run it 24/7 and you'd never see any other increase. Oh, you live near Niagara Falls, it's hydrogen electricity? Well, that's interesting. Hey, that's like free power. Shouldn't even charge you. How often do things go wrong with that kind of a setup? Like if the electricity is actually generated by the power of the falls, how often are there problems? I'm assuming a lot of it is also like generated and stored and then distributed. It's not like a always in, always out. And then if it stops for whatever reason, it's all off. I'm assuming there's some storage, but I don't know. Kelly watched a documentary about the 1977 blackout. I wasn't here yet. I wasn't alive yet. Might be something interesting to watch though. I was involved in two other blackouts. Involved sounds like I had something to do with them. I was in two blackouts in New York at least. One of them was caused by Sandy. Blessed MODS Mom Christina's here. Good morning. Cena versus Gunther is crazy. Gunther. I was actually surprised to read online how many people think Gunther can't cut a promo. I actually think he does pretty good heel promos. And they work well for his character. I'm actually enjoying Braun Breaker's promos. who that day went to a 6,000 square foot nice home for a party, and it was $1 million for that. Yeah, that would be all of the money here. Yeah, I don't know. Like, you know, do they somehow, I don't know if it's batteries or whatever. Have you ever heard of batteries that could store electricity? You can't store electricity at high voltages that it's generated at? Interesting. I mean, I don't know if that's a can't situation. I'm assuming somehow they could. At least a little bit of it, right? I mean, everyone who gets solar installations also gets batteries installed too. I know it's a different level of power, but no interruptions is good. I would imagine you would pay less for that kind of an electricity setup. But I don't know. Can you send some of that electricity down here? Can I have some of that power? Oh, they store water, so they could still blast it into the whirligigs. A hotel, huh? Interesting. George Love, hello. Russell Harding, good morning. Susie Q, good morning. Didn't know which way he was going to go. Juju Katami, good morning. The homes are cheaper in Louisiana. They spend their money on football coaches. Interesting. Sports game. Tom, good morning. We're in a much quieter residential zone of Upper West Side now. Still kind of close to the action. We're only just a few blocks north of the American Museum of Natural History. So, I mean, all this stuff should be picked up this morning. Looks like it's more recycling day than garbage day. But I guess it's a form of garbage. It still has to go somewhere. Laundered shirt. I don't know why that sounds funny in Spanish. Marilyn Bunt, good morning. Yeah, I'm just probably numb to piles of bags at this point. How many hamsters to power the servers? Oh, that's biofuel, all right. 0. Some live around here, they're all over the place, really. Jerry Seinfeld's garage is right around the corner. That's something. This place doesn't have a name. No, walk by it. It's very nondescript. It's just a little garage door. You would never know it's home to. I don't know how many cars are stored in there, but it opens up underground. But I wonder what the capacity is for those cars of the garage. 4 cars. English, come on, commuter. Do I like going for eggs and bacon in the morning? So if I ate breakfast, that is my ideal meal. Like if I go on vacation, I try to make sure the hotel gets breakfast included, and it's one of those buffet style breakfasts. And then what I do for my vacation breakfast, since I normally don't eat breakfast, is I load up a giant pile of bacon and eggs, and that is a happy place for me. Give me my coffee, give me my bacon, give me my eggs, and let me live. Right in front of this New York Loves Yoga sign is the garage. This is Jerry Seinfeld's garage. It's bunker. Right here. Got cameras on both sides. One's looking at us right now. I wave to it. I'm sure somebody's going to come out and try to get me now. Oh, is Allie here? Good morning. I'm David S. Pumpkins. Any questions? Sorry, I was thinking about that skit again. Sometimes we'll see rats run by. Sometimes. BJM, thanks for watching. Hey, what are you doing looking at my cars? What's the deal with that? Sorry. It's not a very good Jerry Seinfeld impression. But you get the idea. I guess we'll cross right. His garage has a secret lair vibe to it, yeah. Who dat Dave? 3-Decker Diner, whatever it's called. #1 supporter. They should be paying you. Hashtags not sponsored, but should be. Yeah, we put up our tree earlier this year, actually. A record time, we put up the tree and decorated it same day. Never have we done that. We put it up the Saturday after Thanksgiving. It's the one cultist thing I can't... I mean, he just ran the red at that point. He was already stopped at the light. They said, you know what? F this, F that. Just to wait at the next red light, by the way. It was a very good move for potentially getting a ticket. Who are these live streamers? No, it's my computers that make my bill crazy. Hey kid, I'm a computer. Stop all the downloading. Well, I know much about computers other than the one got my house and I'll put a couple games on. So I don't know if anybody knows what that's from at this point. That's such an obscure reference this day and age. It's on rare condition. This strange, raising the curtains on the newspaper page. Another condition, it's grand design. Something behind, zero trying to find. Richie Rich, good morning. I get my salmon from them, Ellie. Yeah, let's go. French Roast Brasserie. More to deal with than traffic tickets? You'd think so. But they also claim they need more money. Seems like an easy way to get some. Well, if the people actually pay.
If you get all
Jay Raymond with an ARS 200 super chat from Buenos Aires. Good morning and thank you for the support. Now and always, Jay Raymond. Appreciate it. So I'm going to cross over. Belnord. Only Murders in the Building. Nah, we don't really run into celebrities that often. Steve Smith. There, but there's the building. Pretty grand from this angle, actually. Oh, red light, let's go. A lot of B-roll was filmed in New York. There was even one episode when they filmed part of First Avenue, around where Stuytown is, for like a little establishing shot, which I thought was interesting. But I don't know if there was any actual on-site filming for any of it. I don't think so, but I don't know. Yes, we have seen Bagels and Walk Sean before. So we have seen some celebrities. Sock warmers? No. Heated gloves I'm wearing right now, but it's a little too hot. I have them on the lowest setting. It's a little too warm. That's all right. Better than my hands being cold. Yeah, 34. I probably could have gone with my lighter jacket and just regular gloves, because it's going to be into the low 40s later, and that's too warm for this jacket. But it is going to be raining, so that kind of changes the game a little bit. Senor Barba in Poland. Hello. Lucy Hale. Lucy Hale. Who's that? Why does that name sound familiar? I don't know. The entrance to that building is like in the middle of the block on 86th Street. Maybe that's what it looks like. I don't know. I actually haven't seen the show myself. La Snacketeria. It was colder earlier this week. A little warmer now. Welcome back to your neighborhood. Hangtown, good morning. Not an electric bus. Hear that real engine. I just don't know I don't know what she's been at. For some reason the name and the face don't. I guess it sounds like she looks like Selena Gomez, right? Oh, former child actor from Pretty Little Liars. Ah. Also didn't watch it. Am I Free Guy? Is that like the reference to the Ryan Reynolds movie? Then yes. No. That's true. Before Baby Commuter, I did one official collaboration planned with Action Kid himself. That must have been January 2021, just after the new year, I believe. No, we stopped by Rockefeller earlier. I don't have the Meta glasses now. I was curious about the ones with the screen for the heads-up display, but it was also it's a very closed ecosystem right now in terms of what's able to be shown on that little screen. My dream would be to use it for, Powerball is getting close to 1 billion again. My dream is to get it for reading chat while walking, so I don't have to keep lifting my phone up. We have a pair that can kind of do that, but they're too dark in the daylight. I mean, in our morning commutes, it's still dark out, so it becomes hard to see. They're practically sunglasses. Any hoodles. Hell no, Doran helped you rescue a pigeon? Well, that's nice of both of you to help out an animal in need. Has Baby Commuter branched out from mushroom pizza She just branches away from things that she likes all the time. She hasn't really wanted mushroom pizza in a while now. She did almost destroy 2 full-size New York slices the other day, though. I've never seen her eat so much pizza before. There's some nice trees here. I mean, I do have multiple phones, but for this, I'm streaming on a Pocket 3 and just reading on my Pixel. Oh man, the back of my glove is a mess. No rats in our tree, no. Yeah, I have a pair of X-Real glasses. I used them for a little while with my computer even to have virtual screens. That was kind of fun for having multiple monitors on the go. But there were some weird issues with it also, so I stopped using it. I just have traditional external portable monitors now for my mobile setup. What's a Pocket 3? DJI. I mean, also, Google's a thing. Let's see, no cars? No. Language translation glasses? I mean, even what you could do on phones and headphones these days is pretty impressive in terms of translation. And you could take like real time, if you open up Google Translate and open up the camera, you can turn on translation and like without even taking a picture, it'll start translating stuff on the fly for pointing at stuff. So good for like reading menus in places that don't have an English menu or menu in your language or whatever. Works pretty well. But I didn't see it in glasses format unless Meta glasses can do it, since they have a camera. A jingle all the way. Put the cookies down. Put the cookie down. Oh! A praying mantis hatching a Christmas tree? Wow. But the thing with praying mantis hatchings, have you seen those egg sacs? And them it's not one. It's like thousands. So I don't know how many he ended up seeing, but it couldn't have been just one. Apple Vision Pros. I thought those kind of like died out. Reasonably True, thanks for the official follow. How cold is it? Not so bad today. Compared to like yesterday especially. There's a bunch of nuances of iPhones that I cannot stand personally, and I have one in my pocket too. The notifications are still a mess. They also ruin things with software updates. Nothing's the same. Nothing's ever perfect on any of these sites, but I still prefer the Android experience. Not to mention Siri's garbage. Vernon Dent, good morning. They had somebody here, $150,000 one time from that new stand on a Powerball. it's smart of them to post that up, those kinds of things. Like, oh, well, if it happened to them, it could happen to me. Which is exactly how they want you to gamble. I think casinos want others to see somebody win like a jackpot. And I wonder how many of those are like plants too. Will casinos do that? Is that legal to do? Can a casino plant an employee as like a slots operator and then just win a lot of money, but it's really just the employee doing it for the casino, and then others look at it as like, oh, if they can do it, so can I. Is this like bordering conspiracy at this point? Tariff me daddy, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Apple Vision is alive? Really? I remember my boss got one, and like I asked him about it a few weeks later. He's like, I played with it for a week and then I haven't touched it since. So I don't know. Hardware reliability. Yeah, I mean, if you just need a phone to last and that's pretty sturdy, that's a good enough angle for iPhones. I mean, they supported software updates for old phones like longer for a long time, and then finally Android started jumping on 7 years of support. But certain phones like Pixels, you'd question if they can even last 7 years. I can understand that. Especially some of the newer models seem like they're more possible. But even then, their flagship level specs are so underpowered. You wonder what it's going to be like in 7 years. So I'd rather have the top of the line specs to feel more confident if I was going to wait it out that long. But if all you're doing is browsing the webs and doing messages and stuff like that, you'll probably be all right. But no, iPhone still does a pretty good job there. They would get in so much trouble if they did that, would they though? Is that like a real thing? Like, is there an actual law around that? I don't know. Wizard Pieces here. Good morning. I was about to quit and go home, but then I won! Yes! Gambling! Go, go! It's the same principle as having smiling people at a mattress store. Interesting. Well-rested looking happy people. Deborah is here. Good morning. Just as we approach our park, up ahead. Epic Exposure had it for 2 weeks. Yeah, it's an expensive entry point, at least when it first came out. What's the lowest it's been price-wise? I think it started at $3,500 when it first came out, right? And I don't know how good sales have been for it to maintain that level. Have they tried to put it on a substantial discount to drive sales? I'm curious, I don't know. The Apple Vision Pro, that is. NYC didn't buy the Snow DLC yet. Nope. It's got delayed. And my secondary phone is the iPhone. It's a 15 Pro. I haven't. If I used it more for streaming, like actual for video, I probably would have updated it, but I barely use it for that, so it's fine. Maybe next year. Yeah, smartwatches aren't for everyone. My Garmin is primarily like a vibrating alarm first, and then everything. Oh, vibrating alarm first, flashlight second, and then notifications last. Oh yeah, I remember that, George. That was annoying. That was a while ago. Yeah, sometimes it would just activate because that's the phone I used. And it was kind of annoying to deactivate too, if I remember now. Like I thought I got it, and then it came back. Oh man, you're bringing back some old memories. Yeah, having that an iPhone 11N still works well. All I have to do is replace the battery. That's not bad. Supposedly, we're going to make it much easier for us to replace batteries in the coming years, thanks to Europe. But let's see what happens with that. I mean, it's all doable now. It just requires a bunch of extra work, like heat guns, and you ruin the water resistance of the phone too by doing it. So I don't know. AT Dub, thanks for the follow. The new ACs are more efficient. Yeah, I really wanted a split unit, but our building doesn't support. They only allow those like through-wall PTACs. I call them hotel air conditioners. That's what I call them. Alex Francisco, hello. Why am I so behind again? No discounts. Interesting. So they really are just keeping it at a high price just for niche purposes. Just whoever wants it will want it. Oh, pixels aren't sold in your region. Yeah, that makes it annoying, especially if you do need to like service it or something. I'm curious about the next Samsung device. It should be announced in January for release in like late January, early February if prior years are to be believed or repeated. All right, let's see if I can sit here without wetting myself. That didn't sound right. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. I should have said it differently. Maria, have a good one. Debbie Hutchinson, flu. Forgive my iPhone skepticism. I mean, I have one. It's just not my main phone. Not everything's for everybody, right? That's the fun thing about choices in life. Yeah, Pluribus really is still moving slow. Maybe it feels like there'll be some movement in the next episode. Like it almost, so the funny thing about Pluribus is like, they tried to make it seem like the episode before last was going to set up something huge. And then in the last episode, HDP or whatever it was called, they like immediately like softened it all out. It's like, it's not as big of a deal as we wanted you to think it was initially. So let's see where it goes. Tam, hello. Ed2625, hello. Do I have the iPhone I started streaming with? No, I think I traded it in for something at some point. I think I traded it in before like they stopped allowing you to trade in. It was an iPhone 8. It was so old. Do we raid Kuma on his last Japan stream? Yeah, you know what? That makes sense. We should do that. We should do that. Kuma's last stream. Oh, I always have sniffles and cold temperature. I don't know if it's partially lubricated airways, partially I don't even know, maybe I'm just allergic to the cold at this point. Wagner, Harley Anderson, good morning, welcome back. Yes, we are La Snackateria. Yes, we are. Strauss Park. Avatar movie fan? I mean, I guess also which Avatar, right? I enjoyed it. If you mean like the Blue Creatures one. Is Kuma actually live right now, or is he like sleeping? I'm gonna take off my gloves. They're so hot in my hand. Okay. Turned off. Very good. He is live. Okay. Now let's start the process here. Stream manager. There he is. Okay, it started. And of course OBS is disconnected. Let's reconnect the WebSockets if they're actually going to work. Oh, they did. Best movie with NYC in it. That's very subjective, I think. Very subjective. I don't know. Anyway, thanks friends for joining today's walking commute stream. I do appreciate your support. Super Chat, Super Stickers, PayPal, Patreon, memberships, thank you. Subscribers, thank you. Non-subscribers, thank you too. But if you are listening, do think about subscribing if you're not subscribed. It really does help us out. Helps other walkers out too. Twitch friends, thanks for the follows and subs. Appreciate your support there as well. And if you did Amazon Prime, you could always do a Prime sub for ad-free viewing, at least on our channel, but no pressure. Moody Millions, thanks for the follow. Kick friends, if you're out there, thanks for watching. Back to YouTube, thank you for the thumbs. And thanks to the mods everywhere. Stephen Schobers in France, hello, goodbye. Until next time, have a great rest of Wednesday, Thursday, and we should be back Friday morning for a commute with a couple of bridges. And then this weekend is SantaCon, but I'm working, so we'll see if I can get out there. Till then, whenever that might be, it's probably Friday. Have a good one. Bye!